The Toyota Tundra was first introduced to North America in 1999, entering full mass production in early 2000, and we are now into the third generation of the Toyota Tundra. I am standing here today with Toyota's absolute pinnacle in luxury ride vehicle, the Toyota Tundra Capstone. On that Toyota lineup, it is the hybrid powertrain, and like I said, this was first introduced in 2022 with that third generation introduction. Toyota has always been regarded to having one of the most luxurious, nice riding, large cabin, very, very practical family pickup trucks. And with the Capstone, they've really elevated that and brought you folks something that has luxury from top to bottom, front to back, paired with a really, really lovely hybrid engine. So I'll go through the whole truck with you today. It's a very rare opportunity that we have one on ground here and available. And this one is fresh off the truck. So I wanted to go through, show you guys that fresh experience. We brought it into the showroom here. And then as we go around here, you get to see some of those details. You get to see some of the things in the packaging still. And we'll rip that open and give you guys that first peek with us. So right up front, one of the biggest changes in 2022, of course, was that walk away from the V8 engine to our new V6 engine in this Tundra. The Capstone only comes in a hybrid powertrain. Once you get up into those higher models, they're only hybrid. But I believe it pairs really, really well with that engine. So what we have is a 3.4 liter twin turbo paired with that hybrid engine. You're gonna get 583 foot-pounds of torque. That's the big selling point on these trucks. They really, really present, an effortless driving experience or a ton of fun, or honestly, just a lot of quiet, luxurious, seamless acceleration while you're in town. It kind of does all three things very, very well. And the one thing for a lot of folks, if you're just concerned about the engine, we really stand behind it. We give you a whack load of warranty with up to 10 years and 240,000 kilometers worth right from the factory. But the big thing is that if you were worried about those turbos, if you're worried about some of those changes, a lot of folks really believe in that hybrid powertrain to really assist those two turbos. We're not asking the turbos to do all the work in the hybrids. You have that electric powertrain, the electric motor that really will assist your combustion engine. So a really complete truck in our opinion, and truly it's one that, come on, take one for a drive, feel that new engine, and definitely, if you have the opportunity, try a hybrid on, okay? I'll get into the actual Capstone itself. We'll go through. Like I said, this is one that's gonna have a lot of those extra finishings. So right up front, you notice they've got the beautiful chrome accented grille with the beautiful Toyota badging. This one does have a lot of those backlit features with the Capstone printed throughout the truck, and we'll see that in a few different spots. And then of course, you've got all of your chrome accents up front here, paired with your really nice big LED lights. And then the one thing I like, stacked under both lights, is you've got your air intake for both turbos. They do have them sound dampened, so especially on the Capstone here, quality and ride and all of that is very, very important. So in the cabin, you shouldn't hear the turbos a whole lot. And that also pairs with the Capstone. I'll touch on this a little bit later as well, but it also gets into a lot of acoustic glass all the way around the truck. So sound dampening is very important in this truck, even with a big twin turbo engine. So as we come down the truck here, you'll notice one of the #1 things right away is just how striking this truck is. You've got the color matched fenders all the way down with your chrome accenting, and then one of the biggest things with this truck is you've got the beautiful 22-inch alloys with a nice set of rubber on there, but they really, really pop on this truck. Yeah, they speak for themselves in my opinion. I've always really admired the 22s. And then as you come down, like I said, you've got the nice Capstone badging with the chrome accenting the whole way along. That as you come into this truck, it just really presents itself, in my opinion, especially the white, as a very luxurious, very pristine, you're driving a heck of a truck here. So I love that they've done that. As you come to the back of the truck though, the nice thing with this truck at the end of the day is it's still a Tundra. We understand you folks are gonna be using it to get to the cottage. Even though you wanna be comfortable, at the end of the day, you still might have a trailer, you might be bringing some toys along. So let's focus a little bit on the back here, and then we'll get in the truck afterwards, guys. So back here, some of the really nice things. I'll open up your bed. You do have the power liftgate on this truck. There is a bump switch in your tail light here as well. So if you've got the arms full of gear, if maybe you've got a child in your hand, something like that, it's nice that you can bump that as well to bring this down for you. And then one really, really common thing that we get with these rear Tundras is that getting into the bed, to be honest, is miserable. The one thing Toyota didn't do for looks is they didn't give you a way into the bed. Thankfully, the Capstone actually gives you a power option step into the bed. So you've got 1, 2, and you're right up and in. It's a really nice design, and especially on these Capstones, the fact that it's power, it comes right down for you. Of course, when you're in the shop, we'll help clean it, maintain it, that's the main thing. And then you've got a really nice feature that'll stay with you. Inside the bed, the really nice important thing with these Tundras is that this is actually your bed liner. It is not sprayed on, it's not added at the dealership or anything like that. This is a factory built, designed, all of that, glass resin bed liner. So really, really holds up well. If you're putting wood in there, bikes, anything like that, they're gonna be scratching it up and damaging it. It's nice that this will hold up. If you do damage it, you're not gonna get through down to paint that's eventually gonna rust through and still cause a problem. This is gonna last, and it's bolted right onto the frame. It's a really nice bonus. Some people do comment that they wish they had a little bit of traction. That is the one drawback. We do sell a bed mat. Of course, it's one more thing you gotta buy, but it's nice. If you want that traction, it's still a lot cheaper than spraying it or some of those other options. So a lot of good functions there. As we come into the bed, they've given you a lot of ability here to work, guys. So on your one side here, you do have a plug, 120 volts. So if you need to run a generator back here, maybe a cooler, some of those accessories, you've got the ability to do that back here. And then some of the little nice things, they give you a lot of ability. You've got dividers the whole way through the truck. So you can put your 6x in here. You can put a sheet of plywood across as well. So not only can you divide it laterally, you can also kind of create two levels to the bed here. So a lot of very nice touches. And then as well, I've always really liked, they give you a lot of nice anchor points all the way through the truck, as well as then they also give you this rail system through. So when we get in the truck, I'll show you, all the bed cleats are still packed up inside the truck, but it's a nice system. You have points all the way across. If it's one you've never used, definitely have one of us show it when you're in the dealership here. But it's nice, they're spring loaded, you can move them across. They can hold up to 100 kilograms, a little over 200 pounds. And it's nice, you have 4 of them. So if it's something you need to tie something down dynamically, maybe a motorcycle, something like that, you have a lot of ability to move around and get your anchor points where you want. So the big thing, guys, everything I've said so far is factory. None of this you had to make any decisions on. This all comes for your truck. We understand you guys want to work with them, so let's make sure we give you all of that stuff, guys. As I pull it up here, like I said, power up as well. A few little things I'll touch on the back here as well. Of course, you do have your backup camera with down below all of your connectors for the trailer. We do give you a 2-inch receiver. You'll see that in the truck as well, but it's nice. You have all of your power options for towing. And then just some of the other nice things, even though this is a luxury truck with all of the chrome on there and stuff like that, you do have a 5-piece bumper. So if you happen to bump something, drop a log or anything like that on your back tailgate, it's nice that you can just take one piece off, replace that. You're not going and replacing a full, chrome, unfortunately expensive entire piece. It's just one at a time. So a really nice touch that Toyota's thought for you guys to make it a little better. As well, I'd like to touch on this here one more time before we get in. Toyota's giving you a nice couple options up top here. So of course, a lot of you are gonna have a tonneau cover on here, or maybe you'll put a cap on, something like that. But they've given you a camera into the bed. So if you need to keep an eye on your load, maybe you got something important that you wanna make sure it stays where it is, you have the ability to do that. As well, you can also use that for the digital rear view display mirror, and we'll show you that as well. And then of course, with that as well, up here you do have lighting throughout the whole bed as well. So when you're coming out of the truck at night, maybe you're at the cottage or something like that, it's nice that they've got lighting in here for you guys as well. So let's hop in the truck. Like I said, let's show you what it looks like wrapped. I'll actually come around this way, and we'll get in this side with you guys here. So in the front side here, one of the nice things with the Capstone, in my opinion, and the Platinum Tundras as well, but once you get to those hybrids, is again, you do have the power running boards here as well. So a really nice feature when you open them up. And one detail I'll really like to touch on with these running boards, guys, if it's something you're considering these Tundras, the power running boards are a nice wide sweeping running board. So I'll admit, I'm a big guy. I've got big feet. I've got big size 13s. I really noticed that a lot of the running boards, and I get this a lot from guys, if you got big work boots on and stuff like that, sometimes it's worth considering the hybrid alone for these running boards, because a lot of the other options, some guys feel like they're not the best. They don't have the most foot space, the height isn't great, some of that, where a lot of people really like these boards. And with them being included, it really factors into that price point. So I just wanted to quickly touch on that. As we get in the truck here, you'll notice a few things. So all of your seats are fully wrapped. These are the, I'll get this one off here for you. So every seat comes fully wrapped. They're plastic wrapped from the factory, which is nice. So anywhere that these have had exposure, whether a truck driver's sitting on them, any of us moving through the lot, it's nice. They've been fully wrapped the whole time. The Capstone especially is one we want to take care of. These are the fancy semi-aniline leather seats. I might be butchering that just a little bit, but with the different textures throughout the seats, of course, they're both heated and ventilated, not only in the front, but also in the rear seats. We'll touch on that as well, but you've got that the whole way through. And of course, they've got Capstone badged right in them. They are absolutely gorgeous seats. So this is really a big step that you really have to see for yourself if you're after the Capstone. Come and see how these seats look. I'll get in the far side and we'll really take a look at these. So come on, guys. So sitting down here in the Tundra now, a few things you might notice with the Capstone. If you've somebody that's been looking for one for a few years, some of the things you'll notice is they have actually darkened up the interior of the cabin here. So one thing that we did get in previous generations, you know, the 22 up to I guess 25 it would be, is that with the lighter interior, a lot of folks just commented it got too dirty, it was hard to keep clean, all of that. So they've gone to this nice darker gray with the brown accenting all the way through. I think it's a very, very good look. They've got some nice gold accented stitching, and I'll be honest, this is the first time I've seen it for myself getting in this truck, and I really think they've done a good job. In my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the lighter interiors and all of that, so it's definitely a personal touch, but when it comes to cleanliness and actually taking care of the truck, when you're spending the kind of money that you're spending on a Capstone, you want to be able to keep it clean and it looked that good for a few years. So I think bravo to Toyota. I think that was a very well done change and much, much needed. So as we get into here, I want to show you guys and just really talk about a lot of things. Like I said, it's ram full of features. I'll do my best to show you the full tour. Definitely drop a comment down below if I missed something, if there's something that I don't hit. If you want me to pay a bit more attention to something, please let me know. It's really hard for me to hit everything in this truck, but we'll do our best here, guys. So right around the driver here, in my opinion, one thing the Tundra's always done really well, I'm 6'5", I'm a big guy. I have the ability to get my head points, even with a moonroof here. I'm comfortable. You have a lot of adjustments on these seats. I can go plenty lower here. You'll actually see me drop down in the cabin here. You can see a few of the controls on the passenger side of the seat here, but you do have the ability to extend up under your legs. You have the full lumbar support in these seats with the up, the down, the left, the right. So it's really incredible, your ability to get comfortable in the Tundra. And then of course, with that as well, being the Capstone, you do have the power adjustable steering console as well. So really nice that once you get your seat count set, the next thing you can bring your steering wheel right to you and be comfortable that way. And then the best part about it is all of that, including your mirror position as well, is all on seat memory. So you have that ability to get in the truck, especially if you're sharing it between potentially a few executives at a business. Maybe you're sharing it between husband and wife, something like that. It's nice that you hop in the truck. When you have the ability to customize this much, it's worth it that it actually stays with you and you have it every time. So a really nice touch. You can link that with your profile on Toyota Connect, with your key, a few things, and we can show you guys all of that. But it goes a long way that you have all of those settings forever. So really take the time and we can help you with all of that as well. And then as you go around, some of the nice creature comforts with this truck, I already touched on it a little bit. You do have the heated and ventilated seats up front. Of course, you've got the heated steering wheel as well on this truck. And then some of the really nice features, you do have the heads-up display as well. I really like that, and it's one that as time goes on, you really learn how nice that feature is once you've had it. Being able to keep your eyes on the road, right in front of you. And they've done a really good job as technology's gone on. Your navigation will be there, all of your speed, of course, roadside type assist. It's really fantastic, all the information you can get in there that you really find yourself not using a lot of screens and keeping your eyes on the road. So definitely go through the time and work with that. And then throughout the dash here is kind of the next spot I'll go. You do have a full digital display in behind. So that's one, again, it's worth taking the time to go through and understand the whole process here. It's nice how you essentially have 3 zones to be able to work with on your MID. Each one's fully customizable, so really it's about your experience. Do you want to know about your towing information? Do you want to know how the truck's doing? Do you just want to know where your navigation is? Maybe you just want to know the speed. It's nice that you get to pick. Each zone is dynamic, so that's one that we have a video that really gets into that, but we can go through all of that with you here in the dealership. Drop a comment down below, actually. Let me know what your 3 spots are there. That's one that it's always interesting to me. I always kind of go through with folks and help them, but nobody ever knows on pickup what they want there. So it's kind of cool. Let me know at the end what a lot of folks do run there. That's a cool thing to see. And then as you go through the dash, the next big thing you'll notice is you do have the big 14-inch multimedia screen here in the middle. Of course, fully wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. We're not going to mess around there. Everything is there for you. The Capstone does come with a few of the nice bonuses as well. You will have the 3-year subscription to Drive Connect as well included. So what that is Toyota's integrated navigation system. A lot of folks lease these for 2 or 3 years anyway, so you'll have that in the entire time you own it for most people. If you want to continue, you can chat about it, but it's nice to have that included for your lease anyway. As well as, of course, you'll have the long-range starter with that as well. So lots of good tech there. And then the big thing to pair with that is you do have the premium audio in this truck as well. You've got a 10-inch sub in the back, audio all the way around, so this truck really pumps when you need it to. If you're getting, blowing off some steam at the end of the day, it's nice that you can do that with the sound system. And the JBL does a really good job of actually working with your music, actually trying to improve the quality a little bit. So a really nice upgrade to get to that JBL system over the Sound Note on some of the lower trims. And then as you get down into the meat and the potatoes of your buttons here, one thing I will comment is no matter how nice Toyota makes their trucks, no matter how much luxury we claim to have, they're always gonna give you dynamic buttons. Actual tactile, where you get to click, you know what you're pressing. Even if your hands are dirty, if you're muddy, if you've been out in the bush, no matter what, you can come in here and use your buttons. I think that's a really good touch that Toyota has continued to stick to no matter what. And I'll say that a few times, no matter what, guys, it's a big deal, I think. And then through here, you'll see, guys, you've got heated seats and ventilated up front. One other big comment we get a lot is your mirrors are heated, of course. They're on your rear defogger button here in the middle as well, guys. And then down below, I want to touch a little bit. You've got these bigger buttons as well in the middle. So this truck gets into some of the more luxurious, you could say higher end towing features, if you want to call that. So one of the biggest ones, we do have a video on this feature, but one of the biggest ones is this truck has what's called trailer backup assist. So while you're actually backing up the trailer, the truck will actually help you steer it and guide you into a spot. So especially, this truck can handle some of those big 25, 30, 40 foot, potentially even trailers. It's nice that you get a little bit of help putting it into the spot. We can talk you through the whole process, but you go through in your dash here and do a few settings. But it's really nice to go through that and have that work for you. So that's here in the middle as well. Of course, this truck, I haven't touched on it yet actually. With the backup camera in this truck, it also extends out even further and has the 360 camera as well. So you've got the cameras all the way around your truck. You do have the ability in the middle here, you've got a view button, but of course, once you go into reverse, that 360 camera will automatically come on as well. You can have it come on at low speeds. That's a setting we can change for you, where as soon as you get down under a few kilometers an hour, the 360 camera will automatically come on. So a lot of folks in these big trucks really like that. Maybe you're parking at Costco, pulling out of a parking garage or something along those lines. And it's just nice that no matter what, when you're at low speeds, when you're gonna have something around you, that you always can have an eye on what's around you. So if it's not something you've played with, it's really nice where you can bring up each zone potentially on the truck. So if there's one pole you want to keep an eye on or anything like that, definitely have us spend the time. If you haven't played with 360, we'll show you all of that. It's a really nice modern feature that goes a long way to help keep your truck pretty, guys. That's the main thing. No matter who's driving, that's the important thing, no matter who's driving. And then of course, as we get through the truck here, I'll touch a little bit here as well, guys. They've done a good job of just giving you those standard features that you want. So tons of cup holders in the doors, in the middle. You do have the nice big Tundra console that we've always had. A lot of folks use this as a writing surface on top, but then inside, of course, you've got your change divider still. You've got a lot of extra ports in here, and you even have the ability to divide inside of this a little bit. So if you're using that for storage for maybe pens, change, coins, any of that, it doesn't just become a pit, hopefully, and you can keep that a little bit organized for yourself in there. And then I think that's, for the most part, the comfort I'll talk around me. The next step I really want to get into is I'll talk a little bit about some of the safety. Of course, this truck is fully equipped with your safety features. So you've got Safety Sense 2.5. What that is you'll have adaptive cruise control, you'll have your pre-collision system, you'll have your lane assist, all of that. So for most people, you're fully equipped there. We'll definitely talk you through that. We do have videos on our channel if you want to learn a little bit more about the safety side. And then as far as final stuff that I'd like to talk about here, you do have some of your normal truck style features. So I just want to touch on that quickly, and then we'll get into the back. I want to show you a little bit more of the comfort back there, but it's worth quickly mentioning. You do, of course, have all of your drive modes here. So with that hybrid powertrain, if you want to switch between your eco mode, your normal, or your sport, really dynamically changes the way this truck drives. You can flip on the fly if you're on the highway. Some people ask, can I use it just to pass somebody? Of course. So if you're an eco, you can flip over to sport just quickly to pass somebody. And then the other big thing, some people like it to use a different drive mode while they're towing. So I always comment that as well. If you're pulling somebody out of a hill, maybe you're pulling a boat out of the water, some people like to play with their drive modes. So definitely that ability is there for you. Of course, we have tow haul modes and some of those as well. And then, of course, you do have the two-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive option. It will be a standard two-wheel drive at most times, and then you do have the ability to go to a four-wheel drive. It does flip on the fly. There's no speed requirements. if the truck can't switch, it just safely won't do it, and the indicator on your dash will flash. So you don't have to worry about if you're on the back roads going 80, just make your switch. When the truck knows that it's safe, it'll make it for you. Don't worry about it. Just get yourself safe is the main thing, guys. Other than that, let's get into the back seat. I know there's still a ton around me. Like I said, I'll say it one more time. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know. Is there something I didn't touch on? Is there something you want to learn about? Or is there a feature like, hey, does this truck have it? Let me know. Let's get in the back seat, guys. I want to show you that comfort. It also is still wrapped up as well, so you get a peek at the accessories and kind of how that looks. So let's get back there next, guys. So getting into the back seat of the Tundra, this is maybe a really good way to do it, where you fully get to see it wrapped up. You get to see the plastic on everything, and I'll show you that a little bit, and I'll take some of it out and kind of show you how it is. Some of the nice things with Toyota is all of our vehicles, not just the Tundra, all of our vehicles come stock with both your rubber set of mats and your cloth set of mats. So if you're in Canada, if you're down in the States, if you live in the bush, if you live in town, it doesn't matter. We give all of you guys your mats. We find up here in Canada, especially this time of year, but generally, most people run the rubbers, year round. They really find the all-season mats really nice. But for now, we still give you the cloth. Enjoy them. They are a little prettier usually. Some of the mats, depending on the trim levels, some of the mats will have some extra badging on them. Most of them will say, similar to this one, will have the Tundra badging on there. So there's a lot of really nice features there. And then with the Tundra, and I've touched on a few of these things, sorry, with the Capstone and the Tundra, I guess both. I've touched on a few things along the way that you do get. So you do have a receiver that comes with the truck, so it comes ready to tow. We give you the hitch, of course, and then you've got a receiver with a 2-inch ball. We give you a cap as well, so even some of those little details, you don't need to go and buy that, and it's labeled with the Tundra as well, so we know we want to show that off. And then underneath in here, I also will have all of your cleats for the bed as well. Or sorry, they'll be in behind the seats here. But it's nice, so you've got those bed cleats as well. It comes with 4 stock for the back as well. And then, like I said, the nice thing is all of your seating back here is cloth as well, or sorry, is covered as well. I'll get in the truck here quickly and just show you the space. The one thing the Tundra does well, of course, is all of the room back here. So I've got tons of room. You got a lot of ability to get comfortable, really play around with how you're sitting, and it's wonderful back here. It's nice to have both heated and ventilated in the rear here with your controls here in the middle. They've got their own charging ports, as well as actually a 120 outlet here as well. So if you have to charge some accessories, maybe you have a smaller cooler in here. Some folks I know even run a TV or maybe a mini DVD player. It's nice to have that cord in here as well. And then some of the nice things as well, just little details. We know a lot of folks are using these for family. Maybe you're on a long trip and somebody wants to take a nap. It's nice that you also do have the sunshade on this model. So it can pin up. That can also be on with your door open as well. So a really nice touch for you. And then I also like as well, you do have the panel moonroof. So that comes right back to here for you as well. And of course, in the Tundra Capstones, or the Tundra Crew Maxes, sorry, all of our rear glass opens as well. So if you're down at the cottage or anything like that, it's really nice. You get that fresh air coming through here. I really like that in the summer. They get that, the wind in your face, and it feels really good. That wind tunnel effect you almost get through this truck. So a really, really nice touch there. And I'll hop out. I want to show you a couple things as well in here quickly. In behind here, this is where you do have the ability, you can pop your seats open here. My pull strap is in the middle here. This is where you'll find your sub. So I mentioned that before with the premium audio, you do have that. And then in behind that, the right side of the truck there, that's where I mentioned your bed cleats are hiding right now. And then as well, you do get, of course, all your jack and that type of space. But it's nice that you still have a little bit of storage back there. One thing just to note, with the hybrid trucks is underneath these seats is where your hybrid batteries are stored. So you do lose your under seat storage with our other Crew Max models. You do have the cavity under there for shotguns, fishing rods, blankets, all of that. But on the hybrid, that's where we tuck the batteries. So just to note, you do lose that space under there, but you've got lots of other rooms. So it's worth noting though as well. Let's hop out of the truck and we'll wrap this one up for you guys. If you're somebody looking for luxury, 5-passenger seating is enough. You want to be up off the ground. Maybe you have a trailer. Maybe you have a cottage you're going up to. Honestly, we've really seen the truck become an absolute everybody type vehicle. It's one of the safest, most reliable people movers on the road, rated as the #1 longevity truck on the market year after year. The Toyota Tundra Capstone is a beautiful option. We actually have one in the dealership today. If you're local, come on down, check this truck out. You have the opportunity to take it for a drive. If it's something for your company, if it's for yourself, maybe it's for the lady, whoever it is. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I am Nicholas Morrison here at Forbes Waterloo Toyota. Thank you very much for watching our truck video today. See you on the next one, guys. Take care.